also rejoice, and that's the additional Ga, the Buddha's third the teaching. Oh, that was given after beginning the story, where and how whom, the essence of wisdom teaching was given by Buddha. So then, then blessings, Sherry Rinpoche, then conversation, that question answer. Then Shandis direct teaching, the Buddha saying, responded at the end, yes. With that. So Sanje Chodang Zoki Chonong Chandu Bado Tan Jabdu Daki Jinzo Jive Zonan Jola Benje Sanje Ruhu Lensum Cha Oma Saba Sombawa Shuda Saba Tama Sombawa Shuda Han Chidam Jana Jingi Tongwe Tongwa Nidu Tongbengal Nato Benwata Nimada Dan la rani ji kan drama sing dong wa zhen ne zu ji kan drama ta ge dong wa zhen ne de ji kan drama ta ge dong wa zhen song ma a zhe ma me ju gu dong ba zhe zha ni zha ye ni me jing guo yan da wei jing guo zha wei ye gu ji an jiang bei ge da ji e ji yi me de bei wo na ji wa de ji wa ma zhen ba tu ge hong tu ge le wa zhe zhe bei ka ji ge ni ne ji kan drama sing ge dong wa zhen le zuo kan drama zhe ba bu ni zhen zhe ba 先啊，三个人就是没做几个我对人那个这样子，我们这什么样子啊？就是叫我们那些怎么，这你这个到我老怎么，这个这个动物这都是怎么过去是说连说的，见长辈老多，真他妈的，当你老公家他不你真的就我这就，rangi toge nimi jingwe nuhi tar de jinga ji ego to go jo aka sama raza shata rasa maraya pe so it is said when the obstacles are very big, very serious, big, then you recite the mantra backwards. Like Pe Ya Rama Sa Ra Ta Sha Ta Ras Ma Sa Ga A backwards. Only so heavy like that. Then it's more more powerful to free from that occupy, Namo Lama Yatabe用这样给为新人给他妈的，结果老子结果的，一等经过几老做过的这帮那个他妈的，三个的就他妈那个他妈的八个他妈出去，什么几个就他妈那个的，七八吨一个他妈这个东，我这老做我看他妈这个朋友说的这那个他妈的。怎么进来了？那这话他就帮人做，那这往那单位是那他妈都为是那怎么？上万个嘛，主要真的主要做的，现在就特别真的是那那边的人这看着这边是那这个怎么但这个龙啊特别多了So yeah, you clapped hands. Hundred Jevetunan Jandaka Jamatan Jelumata I'm just telling you. And no, that 100 Jevetunan Yode, you start 3 times. 100 Jevetunan Jandaka Jamatam Jelumata Dolon Jiggy, 100 Jevetunan is 3 times. Then, yeah, so you have to learn Fedrigani. So, if you follow the sadhana, if you receive the not create tantra, not what's here. Don't remember which part of class tantra. I don't think of ma amnaturiya tantra. I'm not. Yeah. Don't remember exactly which class of tantra. So. You have to receive the great initiation. If you have received a great initiation, the highest tantra, I'm okay. So, when you clap the hand, you visualize sun, moon, then all the spirit possessions, and then all the spirit possessions are totally eliminated, destroyed, who harm. Yeah, Dagger Chama. Dagger. The harmful thought, their harmful thought. Yeah. Not only you, but gurus and surrounding people and haibu. Then you're praying. Yes. Then rough actions to be dispelled. To destroy immediately in the atoms. That's sun, moon, and then between that it's become non-existent. Or that, however, the kasure. All those spirit possession, enemy, the wrong guy, all that. So instantly, you see, I mean, if you are practicing Buddhism, by taking refuge to Dharma, you cannot harm living. By taking refuge to Dharma, what you should abandon is harming the sentient beings. So that's something we have to remember all the time, daily life. On the one hand, we do many prayers, meditation, then you see you don't know by taking refuge to Dharma. Basic practice is to not harm sentient being. You have to abandon harming sentient being. Then you see what you should practice is respect for the text. You see, the Dharma text, the lectures, think that revealing part, Kasure. living path, showing how the samsara, that we should be free of nature suffering. And then a path that makes you free from that. And result of what we achieve, nirvana, liberation from samsara, or enlightenment, great nirvana. So when, if you basic things, if it's repeat, then you have to, what is practice is even one syllable. So Katama Geshes, even one syllable, na, from Tibetan alphabet, is if it is in the garbage, then you pick up, then put on the crown, say respect, then put a high and clean place, so you respect Dharma. So they see like that, then the Kasuri, so, amazing. So even missing pages or some words, you don't throw out. You do missing pages or some words, then you see some piece, paper or some words, you don't throw out. You don't throw in the garbage. So Kasuri, put high clean place. And that is where you keep many like that missing pages or things like that altogether. You have a kind of envelope, big envelope to keep it to collect, and then so you yourself, other people, they don't have to create negative karma, dissatisfaction to put in the garbage and they're going over all that. So in the big envelope collect, and then there's no other way, then it can be burnt, not burnt, not you don't think as like garbage, burning garbage, not in the same way. That then this is back to the Dharma. That is avoid that. If you disrespect to Dharma, and sort of garbage thing, garbage you burn, then I think then that might be you give up from the object of respect. So that becomes avoiding Dharma. So avoiding Dharma, karma is unbelievably heavy. I think in the long run maybe more than that. Negative karmas are much more heavy. They giving up from the object of respect. Your mind is an object to your mind to respect. So you give up from that. So that's avoiding Dharma. So if you did that, that text or missing text or the lines or that, or then avoiding Dharma, heavy negative karma, you collect. And then how that is heavy is more than having destroyed all the temples, all the Buddhist temples, statues and stupas, all the holy objects in the world, what exists in the world, you destroy everything. So more karma, more heavy karma than that you collect. If you while it is teaching taught by Buddha, you see, there's a teaching, less difficult teaching, the great difficult teaching sutra, the great difficult teaching tantra. So Buddha taught like this, because there are different level of sentient beings. So it has one teaching doesn't benefit, doesn't fit everybody. So Buddha has to that three-level teaching general. But then you see when Buddha teach all kinds of. So Buddha has total freedom. I mean, totally sees the growth, development, and even subtle development. And so Buddha has omniscience. So Buddha has omniscience and compassion, embracing all sentient beings, the perfect power, whatever method they need to be, it fits for them, they need to reveal, and Buddha can reveal. So when Buddha says one word impermanence, and then some sentient beings, they hear emptiness, teachings on emptiness, the truth, and some hear about bodhicitta, some hear about tantric prayers, tantric teachings, all kinds of. So, yes, 100 million, billion, how many centimeters, they hear whatever they need in that time. They hear. Buddha said one word, impermanence. Everybody had different, whatever they need to hear. All like that. So these teachings, yes, less about teaching and great vehicle teaching sutra, minor teaching sutra, minor teaching tantra. So since while it is teaching taught by Buddha, then you say, then being Theravada, the follower less well teaching, then you contradict the great vehicle teaching sutra and tantra. This is not taught by Buddha. This is not Buddha's teaching. This is some was a little better. There was a Nagarjuna's teaching. This is Nagarjuna's teaching. Some professor in Nepal, long time ago, and a little bit better, little slight better to the Nagarjuna's teaching. It's not Buddha's teaching. So because persons follow the difficult path, so don't accept them. Then special tantra, the great tantra teaching, minor tantra teaching, not Hindu tantra, Buddhist tantra taught by Buddha. Well, then you see, Kasura is saying that it's not taught by Buddha. I don't know. Yes, they think it's probably made by Tibetan Lamas. The tantra also came from India, from Buddhist teaching. Came from Nanda. Those ancient great yogis from India. They Kasura taught by Buddha Vajradhara and all other. Then Kasura, Theravada, all and Kasura, that's from where tantra teaching came from, Buddha, originally from Buddha. So many people think it's just a matter by the Tibetan Lamas. So then in the old time there's a Lamism. So they wrote original, so those tourists or the Western who talks about Tibet. And then when Buddha and they taught Lamism like that. which do not exist. So like that. What's that? Yeah. So you see, then while it was taught Buddha, you contradict, then that is avoiding Dharma. Then you see, you are follower of mind teaching. I'm Mahayanist. I'm Mahayanist. Following mind teaching. I mean, to be Mahayanist. To be Mahayanist is you have to have bodhicitta realization. If not effort for bodhicitta, I mean, mind thinking other sentient things, oneself, others, and others. More important, benefit others, and then so dedication. So anyway, really, then you put down philosophical teaching taught by Buddha. Doesn't know, so you don't know. So you put down, Hinayana, or you put down. So that's avoiding Dharma. That also becomes avoiding of the Dharma. You have to know what it means avoiding of the Dharma. What is the Buddha teaching? For sentient beings, different levels of sentient beings in this issue. And then, then you are practicing Tantra, Mahayana Tantra. The Mahayana Sutra, abandon, kind of down, something no good, useless, like garbage. Then, because you are practicing Tantra, the Mahayana. Well, you believe that you don't say Maya Tantra, but you say just Vajrayana. I'm the practitioner of Vajrayana. So you put down the Mahayana, Mahayana teachings, the Sutra. They're like this. Who doesn't know? That's the Buddha's teaching. So then this way, if you do like this, you abandon Holy Dharma. Then you create an unbelievable heavenly karma. This having destroyed all the holy objects in the world. There's statue, stupa, sculpture, all the temples, all like that. So you have to know. Therefore, you have to need to study, from the qualified teachers. Qualified teachers, learned teachers, qualified teachers, who knows the whole entire teaching of Buddha. Whole entire teaching of Buddha, who studied, who knows. Then you are guided in the right path to enlightenment. Otherwise, you are guided in the wrong path. So you create so much heavy karma. If the guru doesn't have doesn't know the whole teaching. The Katsuri. So, especially Lamrim teaching. That's why the Lamrim is so precious. Gives a whole idea. All the rest are philosophical teachings. Panavatika, Tindikatura, Matamika, Avasamalankarika, Avasam, Avadamakosha, Vinaya, all those are then kind of commentary behind, like an ocean, and behind the commentary of Lamrim. So, to explain the depth and extension is. So then it's all the essence brought into Lamrim. So then the Lamrim helps then there you come to know less vehicle path and the great vehicle Mahayana Sutra and Mahayana Tantra, all the three is not contradictory. It's for one person, it's a graduate path for one person to achieve enlightenment. All these are graduate path to there's different level of steps to go to upstairs. There are different level of steps, go to upstairs, all of that. One step you can't go upstairs, so different level of steps. There are many steps to go upstairs, to be able to go upstairs. So like that, it's a graduate, all these three are graduate paths for one person to achieve enlightenment. That's what Lama. So Lamrim, the title happened after Lama Disha wrote Lama the Path to Enlightenment. Then you couldn't say all these three levels of teaching taught by Buddha, then you cannot see contradictory. For one person to achieve enlightenment, all this graduate method, graduate practice. So that's so there in the world there are like who don't know, who didn't start well. So for example, so therefore, there are many people who make mistakes like this. Create so much heavy grammar. While Lesbian teaching is taught by, which reveals Four Noble Truths, the five paths to achieve, to see the gross development and to achieve nirvana, great liberation from samsara. So, so not knowing this, then you are following the Mahayana teaching. So that you think you are Mahayana teaching, but what you are, sometimes, you see that's what you believe, but maybe you are living your whole life with the self-chasing thought. You see, you're doing even the meditation, the prayers you do is self-chasing thought, and so it's, there's no thought of benefiting sentient beings. So it's possible like that. You see, many people just think, my happiness, because it's only yourself free from samsara, all like that. So even though the what you are starting is Mahayana teaching, so so I'm forgetting what I'm saying. So the then you're following the Mahayana teaching, and then I'm Mahayana. Then you see that that terrible, and they follow the Hinana teaching. Then put down, you see, there's something like garbage. But then while you put the teaching, then you correct heavy negative karma, avoiding holy dharma. Then being terrible, then being the little path follower, then you criticize, as I mentioned before, Mahayana teachings under the sutra, then especially Mahayana teaching Tantra. Then about holy dharma. So much negative karma you create in the life so many times. Whole life. See? Because you see you are not guided well. Well, you are not guided well by your teacher. you're not guided well. You can say that, generally speaking, sometimes, many times like this. Many times the teacher guided well, teacher explained, but the disciple didn't understand, or didn't understand easily, didn't understand well, then you see you fall in the kind of, I minus, then you put down the teachings or things, and then you have follow the minus, so that then you criticize the minus. Tantra, they would not put that, not taught about Buddha. So when you create the karma, then you teach others, all your followers create so much negative karma. Unbelievable, about the Dharma, even just that. Even just that. So many people who follow you, you teach them like that. Then so much obscuration for the mind, rather than enlarging. Like that, you see, not only you create such heavy karma, obstacles are to be enlarged to outgain, then obscuring so much like, you see, like weather, they say, no sun, night time, no moon, and no night time, sun doesn't rise. Night time, no moon, no stars, and then full of foggy. So dark, that kind of mind. Oh, in the world, there's so many people like that who don't study well Dharma, who don't have correct guru, don't haven't met correct guru. So much is haven't met correct guru. So your view of Dharma, your practice of Dharma, your view of Dharma is so limited, unbelievably limited. So like that. There are many people like this. So because you have to have now you can see. You have to have so much merit collected. To meet a perfect guru. Then you have all this knowledge. You have all this knowledge. See, even just so therefore the Lamrim is so important. Lamrim, study Lamrim is so important. Saves you from suffering the lower realm, samsara. What the suffering? For eons, numberless eons, creating karma, so you become free. You don't create even no Lamrim. Oh, Lamrim. So Lamrim is the key. Lamrim is the key to medium. So if you know how to open, it's like the lock. So if you open that, then you can see the all precious things in the museum. So much. So like that. If you study Lamrim, read Lamrim, it's like touching all the Buddha's teachings, the Itavata, this Parnavuddha, Abhitam Koisha, Abhitam Alangaraka, Motameka, the Vinayado, touching to all those extensive philosophies they're teaching, is like touching to all the touching them, see, kind of elaborate into those sort of philosophies. So touching Lamrim, touching all the reading Lamrim, is right, touching to all the texts like that. In the Liberty Department, they said, all the text moves as you read Lamrim. Like that. So therefore, the Lamrim, existing Lamrim, so unbelievable, important, unbelievable. So many Nikrikama. So by studying Lamrim, then the teaching, Elizabeth teaching, the Great Vehicle teaching Sutra, Great Vehicle teaching Tantra, all that, without contradiction each other. You can see no contradiction in each other. It's all gradual practice for one person to achieve enlightenment. So clear. Wow. What a benefit. Wow. Your ignorance, your deep ignorance. Awakened. Is it a dark room with the switch on? No darkness. So your mind, the quality of studying Lamrim, understand. Then you discover no contradiction between these levels of teachings. All the teaching Buddha, every single teaching Buddha, then everything appears to you as a practice, nothing to omit, put, get rid of, throw away, nothing. Everything appears to you as practice, as advice. Everything's advice to appear to you by studying Lamrim. All these teachings, let's look at the mind, the sutra, mind, tantra. Everything appears advice to you. Down the church, that's quality. Down the church, it's a Buddha's view. You realize, you understand, come to understand without difficulties. Buddha's view, you see, without difficulties, come to understand. So you see, in the Lamrim, at the end, they explained the 6 paramitas, and they explained professional wisdom, there's emptiness, truth. So you see, the emptiness, not non-existence, nihilism, not nihilism, but emptiness into meaning into a subtle dependent arising, existing meaning. Existing meaning. So, nihilism is eliminated. So, nihilism is eliminated. Then eternalism, truly existent from there, gone. Eliminated. So it's the middle way. So, subtle dependent arising, existing my name, because you see that, because you sing that, by saying that, you see nothing exists from a society. So, subtle dependent arising in the meaning of emptiness, unified, no contradictory. So you see the Buddha's view without difficulty. There come quality to immediately understand Buddha's view, ultimate Buddha's view. Then Niji Chenpo Rangadu Dredge, Niji Chenpo Rangadu Dredge, Haza Dredge. Then such heavy negative Niji Chenpo Rangadu, then naturally get stopped. Naturally get stopped. The great the vices, the negative karma, they like the example like abortion, dharma. Many misunderstanding, but big misunderstanding, naturally get stopped. That's called starting lumber. This actually, yeah. Well, so you see, some people only want to practice tantra, only want to practice tantra. They don't want sutra, practice sutra, or don't want to learn sutra. Only tantra, only rituals, or only tantra coming true, only tantra. So that's wrong. That's what I said. Not even understanding the importance. So you see, you can't without refuge. How you practice tantra without renunciation. The sutra, without the renunciation, how you practice tantra? No way. Practice doesn't. Tantra doesn't become. Tantra, there's no renunciation. From sutra, the renunciation is not there. So you practice tantra, it doesn't become correct tantra. It becomes a cause of samsara. You are practicing tantra, it becomes cause of samsara, and it becomes cause of lordism. With the attachment to this life, you practice tantra. You do retreat, like Yamataka 3-year retreat, or like that, you see, and become cause of lordism. So it happened in Tibet, or somewhere. So there were 2 months during Yamataka long 3-year retreat. So one died. So then he was born as Preta. Even though they tried to 3-year Yamataka retreat, so one died and then was born Preta. So the person who was survived, or didn't die yet, he was doing suru in the evening time. The smell of food, the spirits, the smell eaters, in the time. So the Preta came one night, who has many hands, arms like Yamataka, like the came. So I asked, who are you? And he said, I'm your friend who was doing retreat before Yamataka retreat. Oh, he said that. So he was born Preta, so he came to get through. That's what So that, you see, you did the prayers, all these things, you see, but not without renunciation, without lamrim, without the sutra, the lamrim, renunciation, renouncing the desire from where all the problem comes in the life. So all the problem that's in the West, I mean, all the problems are all so clear. Wow. So they have to so many other psychology, this and that. I mean, doctors, well, because you don't know, so you have to, you follow them. So that they're supposed to help, So you don't know, yeah, generally they happen a Dharma, do not know Dharma, Buddhist teachings, only one's teachings. And then you see Labradors, you don't know another trail around, so you're around doors, and there was a have not, and the whole life goes like that. So anyway, so with the attachment, with the Edul Dharma, you did Yamata 3 years retreat. That you see. So then, born as a preta, so born in law realm. So this Banga was born as preta. So that you see. That. So then you see, without Mahayana, without Sutra, teachings, Bodhicitta, without that, your practicing Tantra does not become cause of enlightenment. No. So without the emptiness, from Sutra, without the emptiness, your practice Tantra doesn't become correct Tantra. Then you see, it doesn't become, your practicing Tantra does not become remedy to the samsara. So it becomes only a cause of samsara. Doesn't become remedy to ignorance, holding the I true legs and the aggregates, holding the aggregates as true legs and all the real. So root of your root of samsara doesn't eliminate, doesn't your practicing Tantra does not become does not eliminate, does not become contrary to true art. To eliminate, to eliminate ignorance, root of samsara, so that's become that. It doesn't make a remedy to that, you see. Swallow that. So, so a huge mistake. Then the whole life is wasted. So sad, Then so like that. So therefore, so there's no way to practice Tantra without Sutra. So that's why I say, people say, Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana, like that. But I say, Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra. I say, that's so important to put the Mahayana, the label or the title with Tantra. So important. Otherwise, people gives the wrong view for the people. Vajrayana has nothing to do with the Mahayana. Is it like this? You see, like this, if you follow what people think. You see, many Theravadas, all are answer everyone, but I'm sure there are, yes, among them there are Buddha, Bodhisattva, who's in that aspect. So there's a Christian, Muslim, different religion, but there are Buddha in that aspect to help those people, and to help Buddha in that aspect. You know, in the Christianity, the priest or something, there's a Bodhisattva aspect, Bodhisattva, but in that aspect to help many people. There are, so I'll read a quotation later. Let this out. So of course in the followers in the lesser part, of course, that in among them there are Bodhisattvas in that aspect to help them. So anyway, what I was saying. What I was saying. Yeah. So well, in the maybe in Taiwan or there's many so the thing is, there are Mahayanists, and the Tibetans are Vajrayana. That thing like that. And then now in Nepal, they think like that, you see. I mean, as I said, no way to practice Tantra correctly without sutra, foundation sutra. You know, the renunciation, bodhicitta, and the root path, the correctly following word to the friend. I mean, you know, like that. So, no way. So, you see, from there, you know, where the mind is, the Tibetan lamas, whatever, monks, that Vajrayana practitioner, thing like that. So, but then in Nepal, that is Tibetan monasteries. All the Tibetan monasteries, Nepalese, they think the Nepal Buddhist Nepali who are Buddhist, you see, from family lineage. So they think all the Tibetan monasteries Mahayanist. We are Vajrayanists. They think we are Vajrayanists. They are Mahayanists. All the Tibetan monasteries in Kathmandu, you see. They never did anything. They're all this minds, but we are sort of, I think, higher. We are Vajrayanists. But whether they know Vajrayana or not, but maybe they recite some mantra. Or some they recite sadhana. I think I heard that they use 5 meters, 5 next to this actual what is said in the word. They actually put all the stuffs inside, and they actually do that. But Tibetans, there's visualization. I mean, unless you have very high realization, you can taste the kaka as nectar. Or that you can do that. But plants are their substitute. You see, only make inner offering pills. So that different substance. So anyway, in Nepal, all the monastery Tibetan minds, we are Vajayanas, Nepalese people, they from generation, you see, Buddhists, whether they know Vajrayana or not. That's so rare. So if you don't study, the Tibetan monasteries, yes, they have a Lama, they have a great Lama who received all the lineage, all the teachings from Buddha, Vajradhara, Buddha benefit Vajradhara, rebuilt Tantra teachings, then through lineage Lamas, then there's so much study, less difficult teaching, the great difficult teaching Sutra, then the great difficult teaching Tantra, on the monasteries, unbelievable study. But you see, the Nepalese, they don't know much of, or generally speaking, don't know much of that. So like that, their minds, we are Vajrayanists. So that's a Nepali thing like that. You see that? So I'm saying, you see, what people call, it changes. Yeah, so it's very interesting. So therefore existing Lamrim teaching, able to learn, we have opportunity to learn, correctly, from qualified teacher, That's so, and even we have 44. How many teachers? Resident teacher? Huh? What? 46 and a half. So we have resident teacher 46 in the APM, just in the APM, without talking other Gelupa centers. So you see, so they studied in the monastery from many of them from young time, whole life. They studied from very qualified, great teachers. So then after Sutra, what they studied Sutra, also some studied Tantra, but then they go, after finish Geshe, then go to Tantra college, Lower Tantra, Upper Tantra, then they learn other ritual, the deep meaning, profound meaning, memorize many texts, then the whole the Tantra path and quick path so so you see, so therefore students at the FMD center, just example, doesn't only FMD, but I'm just giving an example, the FMD. So you see, so many people come into the center, they have incredible opportunity to not misunderstanding, to be free from misunderstanding, to be free from misunderstandings, I mean, to not get misunderstood. That's special teaching. I mean the philosophy, but special Tantra, but special Lamrim teaching. Have so much to clarify. You see, I mean, the essence of Buddha, and so easy to subdue the mind. Is where to range, where to set of that. So like this, so very unbelievable, most unbelievable fortunate, the FMD, the students came to learn the Dharma, the FMD centers. This, of course, the Minatakilua centers, yes, but I'm just talking about the FMG. See how just about expression, introducing. So that, so you see, okay, very fortunate being Buddhist, yes, but being Buddhist, yes, very fortunate, just taking refuge with Sangha, so fortunate, they will collect like the dust of this earth, just by seeing Buddha's picture, the paintings was just by the way. But you see, I mean, the offering was I think now I should go back to the subject, because so I think if I talk, it goes on. So but I think it's a very important subject. I think especially, particularly there are the from China, men China. So important to understand these things. So to start learning is the most key thing in the life. Then you understand Dharma. So just being Buddhist, but then so many mistakes. As I mentioned before, those you see, collect so much heavy negative karma, avoiding Dharma, even just that. Lamaja. This life become container of negative karma. So impossible to the precious human life, and especially the perfect human life at freedom transition. It's impossible to find, to get. But he found this time, about one time. And then consider then you see you don't have merit to learn Lamdram, to meet Lamdram teaching. Don't have merit to teacher who teaching Lamdram. You don't have merit that. Or then you whole your life become a container of heavy negative karma. It's supposed to be enlightening, but it's supposed to be it should be free from samsara, but then unbelievable container of heavy negative karma, lower realms for years samsara. So you see, if you don't understand Lamdram, then you see, not easy. Philosophical text is very extensive, so you kind of don't get easily understand. Okay, so therefore, anyway, we are so fortunate. I'm very fortunate. That's amazing. Yeah, actually, I mentioned those qualities of Guru. You see, but it doesn't mean I have those qualities. There's not saying that. And generally, he would explain like that. You see, they don't call those qualities who rebel mind. Then Sutraten, Lower Tantraten, those you need those qualities. Then to rebuild the high Tantra, you need those 10 qualities, and those you need. Yes, like that. That didn't tell like this, but it doesn't mean I have all the qualities, not saying that. So, at Baksa, the 8 years I was there, that was the only time to study philosophy, debate. So I did a kind of child study, kind of like that, child play, child study, kind of that. That's liberty, kind of sort of opportunity. Yeah, so so therefore, Donald Dharma. You see, in the Sera Gatan Devun, if you know Dharma, means all the philosophy, all those 5 extents philosophy, it means that debate. That knowing Dharma in the monasteries, the main emphasis is debate. So that, so on that, sorry. Neither knowledge Dharma, neither realization, no realization, no experience, no realization, neither knowledge Dharma. So it's like that. So you see, very poor. So I must apologize. I must, so therefore I must apologize. But we met each other, and it was a past karma, so like that. So like that. Anyway, so that's, yeah, I should finish this. Yeah, they'll finish. So, okay. So her question, sorry, was about the China, how to find Guru, or what was the question? What the question was? How to find a Guru. How to find a Guru. Yeah, that was the question. Yeah. So I did all that, I did it last night, all that teaching. So just a few, so as I mentioned, so even you don't have Guru, but study at least this short teaching, liberation palm in your hand, to clear. So that's so important. Then you know what it means, what you have to do. You want to follow Guru, you want practice, then you know what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, it's like looking for your boyfriend, girlfriend in the country. So you use the same thing. Looking for guru is the same thing. Like boyfriend, girlfriend, you change it. You give up. You take some teaching, some initiation, something. Then you give up. You don't like, you give up. You throw. Not throw a garbage, but you can throw the light that. Then you remain times like that in the life. Say like that. Basically, foreign people they got you. Go to this Lama, go to that Lama, go to that Lama. Then one Lama comes along, then another Lama comes along, other Lama comes along. So kind of that you don't do anything. How to practice, you don't look for, you don't try to study. And you don't know that there's something to study. I don't know. Then kind of, I don't know. I mean, you don't have this is a very short time. I mean, then another Lama comes in, just short time, so comes, goes, then disappeared in the sky. Kind of like that. I mean, the Chinese, they kind of Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and China. Maybe also, they're more than the West, I think. So anyway, so must read, study, must read. You see, the general people don't know there's something to study. There's something to read, to study, to know. They don't know that. And even other people doesn't tell. Maybe also they don't know, you don't know. So it's like that. So you see, if you read, then you know what you can or not. And then you see all the benefits you come to know, and all the shortcomings if you made mistakes. Yeah, you see, you come to know everything. You have to be careful, most careful. You see, and last night I mentioned just being famous, just because that Guru has many disciples, also doesn't mean that alone doesn't mean. So in the West or the Chinese countries or West, so that of course very attracted to that. Very attracted. And immediately you follow that. Then the less one who don't have reputation, many disciples, then give up. Then you follow the one who has many disciples, many very famous, you follow. So it's kind of that. Many people sort of that without understanding Dharma. Because like Dharma. And so, also doesn't mean, I'm not saying everyone, you can trust to, I'm not saying that. That alone, not the reason that you can trust. That alone. You say, it was famous. Rinpoche did not say trust by many people, but Rinpoche said, if it's the famous people, they should be famous in the monasteries. Not just West, but famous in the monastery, Tibetan monasteries, those are large monasteries. Like Nyingma Kaju, they have a large monastery, and then Kiluka has a Sarakatan Tibum. And that many people trust that they are Shivarata. This is what Chapter Swan says. One of Lama Irish many teachings, and the Lama is his guru as well. But again, even the Rinpoche, that of course like Rinpoche himself and others, of course, very famous in the monastery. Now, the many people trust. They know for many years. So, yes, that I understand. But you see now, you see, even in the monasteries, many thousands of disciples, so learned in the philosophy, many lamas, geshes. So you now, because learned, because there are many disciples in the monastery, doesn't mean, still doesn't mean, you see, to make connection with Guru immediately to receive teaching initiative. Because, you see, now there are many great lamas, geshes, so learned, and then many thousand disciples. That you see, even learned disciples, they see they put practice today. They what 6, 7 great Keluba, great lamas sunshine in the world like that. In the Tibet, and they advised to not practice. This is before his illness. His illness is just, in India. I mean, I got a number of years ago, but just in India. But 6, 7 great lamas in Tibet, they advised the monastery, they made constitution and all that. All that. You see, then just thinking knowledge and then having the disciple and all that, and then you see, without knowing, then all the how that is Tamsi himself told. The great Satya Lama in Tibet, it's not, it's also back. I mentioned him, but I forgot now. Satya. Yeah, good name. Oh, so that's told one day appeared to him and said, "I'm the Luba Tamsi." Tamsi means brought samaya and harm. The spirit very harmful to Luba teaching. I mentioned to you the Kasure story there. Kasure. After becoming Geshe, they went to the mountains, the very high mountain near Lhasa, to actualize Lama, what he started in the whole life, then to actualize the whole path into to enlightenment in his heart. So he just only carried what is needed, just a turkey and one Lamrim text, Lama Zopa Rinpoche text. And then, I don't know, very basic, just a small like a cushion the wood, I don't know what the name in English, but round, they carry to look for cave on the mountain. Then he said there was a stone throwing from high, stone throwing, in the front of him. Then he followed the stone. And then there was a cave. Finally he saw a cave. So in the cave there was a skeleton meditating like this. Then he sat down, offered mandala. After he offered mandala, the skeleton collapsed. So that happened. Then he decided in that. So I told you that already. I don't know. I think in the past, some time ago, But you see, the Toja came. It's called Gyalchen. Gyalchen Shuden. Two monks came, one monk, the oracle. So this Toja is entered in that. So asked, so expectation is that the great Lama, so many disciples, very learned. So if he practice except Toja, then so many disciples would practice, So it's like what he did Pavanga. It's similar. Then you see, like that, get power. So many things to get power. Like the ordinary older people, the president, or the ministers, or leaders, to get power, not to help the population, but you get power. It's kind of similar. So he came. Then Kiddo Jemre asked him. Is this vase impermanent or not? He said yes. Then the second question, whether this vase is truly existent or not? Oh, he said yes, of course yes. Then Kiddo Jemre he knew that he knew that total false or not good thing. He did 3 Dharma, Gektor, giving Dharma to the gag, interferer. He did that in the same way. Oh, that we see. Then also, so not enough just having learned in the philosophy, many disciples, famous, is not enough. You have to check whether the Lama practices Toja or not. If you want to be, so if you don't want to fall in problems, big problems, huge problems, in the mud, you can't difficult. Elephant got stuck in the mud, then sunk inside. So like that, you see. That I want to say. That's kind of the this present, the 20th century, this extra problem. So that to analyze. So, sorry. Just mention a few things. Then I stop here. He Vajra, Tantra. Paul Jevato Jule. Paul Jevato Jule, then He Vajra Tantra. It is said. And the Buddha Bhattara, Chime to Chirvana, Nani Reban Susane, Nayim to Yichola, this is the Kuwache. So, in the future, Chime to Chirvana, in the future, degenerate time. Sorry. In the future time, when the future time happened, that's right. When the future time happened, I will abide in the form of Lepan Master. Yeah, but Master, there's Guru, and you can think about I will abide in the form of Guru. That time you should think there is me, Miss Bhattara. That time you should think there is me, that's Bhattara, Buddha Bhattara. So this is saying Buddha Bhattara predicting. Buddha manifested Bhattara, revealing Tantra teaching in different aspects. In the form of a monk, they then giving teaching of the path, renouncing attachment. And the conductor, renouncing attachment. So here, Tantra path is Chachiki Java. So the giving teaching and the path, the attachment conduct. So they say the total renunciation of samsara, seeing the whole entire samsara, nature of suffering, then bodhicitta, then realization, emptiness, all that, on the basis of, then they turn to realization, generic state, completion state, all that during that time, you see, all like that, you see, basis all this, there's a gross and subtle generic state, then completion is that. However, you achieve kasure. Yeah. So you utilize the attachment in a quick path to achieving enlightenment. Utilize in the attachment the quick path to enlightenment. So there's also utilizing anger in the path to enlightenment, or ignorance in the path to enlightenment, or that. So Kasure, the Bhattacharya said, I will abide in the form of Guru. That time you should believe. You should think. You should think. That's me. That's I Bhattacharya. Buddha Bhattacharya. That time, through that one, you should generate devotion, respect. So, so Buddha Bhattacharya said that he, in the degenerate time, so degenerate of mind, so delusion so heavy, increased. So degenerate mind, life being so short due to that. Shorter and shorter, because 10 age. So the then degenerative sentient beings so difficult to subdue, unbelievable. Then so difficult time. Wars and so the earthquakes and so many disasters. Then Tawaningma is the degeneration of, you see, if you explain there's no karma, there's no reincarnation karma, many people believe, easy to believe. There's no karma, reincarnation, so many people believe. But if you explain this karma, reincarnation, so little who believe, who come to believe, so little in the world. So like that, you see, degenerates who run away, even you explain, they get scared, they don't want to. They don't want to hear the reincarnation karma, you know. All things like that. So degeneration of right view, yang tawa, the karma. No, then Kasure. Kasure. Then so many people on the wrong view, emptiness. Then they who believe in the Parsangika's view, Madhyamika Parsangika, so little, unbelievable, so difficult to understand that. Like that, you see. So, such 5 generations time, then, Buddha Bhattacharya then comes in the Guru's form. Only except to reveal Dharma. And then Kasure. So that time then one nang chola chama shabar chaman jobar ne chola jawa doji changani bar ngoshene koje je kasabedas. So the Kasure, that time then Kasure is your life not decide what appears to you ordinarily in having delusion, having mistakes, and that's all that. You see, what appears to you, you don't live up to that. What appears to you, you decide with that. You live a life with that. You decide with that. Or you don't interest in that. You don't interest what appears to you. No. So what you naturally, in reality, this is the real Vajradhara. You think that I'm the real Vajradhara. You must realize that I'm the Vajradhara. Gao means Buddhist, means Buddha. By realizing this, I'm the in the reality, then this Guru is I'm the real Vajradhara. I'm the only Vajradhara. Then you generate devotion. What did you? So I said, Katsarvana said. So due to that, do that, Sutra and Tantra, the non-sectarian, non-Tibetan, you see, non-sectarian, school, I have to say. Yeah, for school, Sakaji Masacha, the Tibetan, this is Tibetan. Buddhist sect in Tibet, Sajak, Nyingma Kaju Sajak Gilu. All the Lamas, all the Kasuri, all the enlightened beings, all the, the yogis, previous holy beings, and from the fourth sect. So there you see, through only Guru Yoga, then from the all four sect, the Shuddha Tantra. This was, includes also India. They go way back. In Nepal, the other countries, but there, the nuns are in 4 schools. Then there's the grey yogis for enlightened beings, grey yogis, holy beings. Only through Guru Yoga, first establish the path. Tangpo Lamji Zawa Tsukoche. First, establish the root path. First. In the middle, the Guru Yoga you use as a life of the path. But the land is strong the chest. The most important, the heart of the path. In the middle, what you actually like the path, soul. So, potential of life. So, using the Guru Yoga, even in the middle, actually the path, even in the middle, then you use as the main life of the life potential, life of the path. Essence. then Tar Sangjanis, then you use Guru Yoga, even the end, then you become enlightened. Even at the end, you use Guru Yoga. That's the man, then you become enlightened. So the root Guru, Tsawe Lama Ridado Guru Gone. So the root Guru, then you, after you become enlightened, Ridado Guru Gone. So Ridado means, which there are 5 types of Buddha. You call 5 different Buddha. 5 types of Buddha. So all the Buddha achieve enlightenment. The other Amitabha, Ashabya, Amagatsi, what? Yes. So, even you become enlightened, you respect Root Guru on your crown. Also, all the becomes Buddha become enlightened. After this, the essence of this Buddha, like that. We say one of the Buddhas, a 5 types of Buddha. So, you see. So even after you become enlightened, then you have a Buddha on the crown, the Root Guru. Root Guru, Rigda, so owner of the race. I translate like this. Owner of the type or owner of the race. So you keep here respect. So for example, Tara has Amitabha. Didn't go to come, Jenny says Amitabha. 1000 of Jenny says Amitabha, the Guru. So from Bhajavan Amitabha, the Jenny become enlightened. So that's history. So the one thing he become enlightened, the essence of the Amitabha Buddha. So then respect the one sign is the Root Guru, the respect of the Root Guru, even after he become enlightened. So every Buddha has every Buddha has there's one Buddha so crown, so that even after you become enlightened, so but depend on the Guru. So that the Guru who enlightened you, you see, then signifies that still respect on the crown, your crown. Then that Guru goddess, the Guru and the crown, say, honor race. So then respect. Then Rudurju Kaba Javadan Sundan. You see, then because you have to become enlightened, then there's the Root Guru on the crown, there's the race of the honor of the race type. Then you respect. Then you do you benefits and then numberless, all kinds of form all kinds of form unbelievable. Then for animal, then prata, they helping to help them, then manifest the helpings. Manifest to help the martyrs, manifest as a martyr. Like that. Then to manifest Asura, to help them manifest Asura, to help them manifest the human beings. Men, women, child, all kinds. the engaging, the killing, Shemba. Butcher. Yeah, butcher, manifest butcher, manifest prostitute. So true. There are certain things that with that aspect you need, you can benefit. All kinds of the poor, rich, and blah, 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 blah. Amazing. So it's him, but then all of that, you see, benefited to the sentiment. Transmigratory beings who are objectively subdued. Numberless forms, all kinds of forms. The benefit, you see. Then yes, animal, fish, and as a fish, as a bird, a chicken, as a, all kinds of to help them. There was a pig, there was a store of pig in China. It was a long time, quite some time ago there. So one in Utaishan. So when you go Utaishan, everybody definitely meet the Manjushri. Definitely, everybody. But you see, in ordinary form, for ordinary being, ordinary form, layman, laywoman, all kinds. Yeah. So one person met one layman, gave a message to him, and the message is Chandra Bodhisattva pig, Bodhisattva pig, something. No, I forgot the Bodhisattva pig. So he carried the message to this village. So after the people of the house, where is this Bodhisattva pig? We don't have a Bodhisattva pig, but we do have a pig which has this name, but I don't remember name. We have a pig who has this name, but we don't have Bodhisattva pig, he said. Oh, then you see, he showed the message that was given by men at the holy place. Oh, the pig, as soon as the message read, pig made a huge noise and then left, passed away. Because the message says, Bodhisattva, now you are sentient being for whom to benefit is not here, not the world. So that's the message from Manjushri. So that was it. That pig made a huge noise. They passed away. Oh, that happened. So and this pig, and Jebjekita Semra said, this pig, other pigs go before, then this pig always comes at the end, always, as protection, something, you see. Oh, so there's a way to benefit them as pig. Bodhisattva. So, like that. So, yeah, I think, there's one story about it. It's reality, that's full of stories that. Yeah. So even you see, even temporarily, even negapsu, even temporarily, culturally. Yeah, just mention that one. Since I mentioned this, yeah, there are many stories in China and the Uttaishan. You see something, one goes something happened, story, then disappeared. Can't see anymore. So that's like the many. So different stories, different places, that area. So the there was one monk in Tibet, I don't know which monastery. So whenever he gets the money, he takes the money, get out on the field. He buried it there. That since there was found a letter after he died. So he used to go there. One place he goes to go that sometime. So the disciple, after he died, the disciple had to be offering the monastery, the monks, for the teacher. So he was looking for money. So there was no money in the house. So he thought money might be outside on the ground. There where he teacher goes sometimes. So he went there. There was a sort of ground a little bit high up, ground a little bit high up. Then then he dig that up. Then he found frog. The whole money is inside, is wrapped. Then there's a frog grabbing that money. So then he asked the Lama of his teacher's Lama. I don't know, maybe Lama Rinpoche was, I'm not sure. So now the Lama said, the Lama is very Lama, maybe omniscience, maybe clairvoyance. So said, carry this frog and go behind Potala. So there's a butcher. Gives that. So he threw the Gitsul, the disciple, threw the frog, and then carried to the butcher behind the Potala. So the butcher cut half on the put wood where he cut meat. Cut half he ate, half threw in the sky. So that's what he informed the Guru. His Guru is a Guru, the great Lama. So he said, oh, now very good what happened to his teacher. So he said, half ate, half threw the body in the sky. He did power, transferred his consciousness. His Guru, the Guru's consciousness, Guru who died, his teacher, the consciousness transferred in Pure Land. So half through. So the Lama said, that was very good what happened. So like that. Then So like this, the Khajura, generally speaking, I mean, full of full of stories, and then the Khajura. So this is deity. What appears is a butcher killing animals, but in the reality, it's a deity. Shinjishe Mabo, Yamentaga, red one. Shinjishe Mabo, red Yamentaga. Oh, Buddha, you see? Then also recent, not so long ago, recent in Nepal, down below Swambernath, there was a small butcher. There was a meat shop. There was a small meat shop on the way to Swambernath, Stupa. So there's a butcher there. So even in Tibet. So when you went to Tibet, the Lama, Nyingma, the very high Nyingma Lama, I forgot the name. Now he passed a long time ago. Lama, but I don't remember now. Passed away. So this Lama received him, the butcher, but this Lama made high throne for him. The Lama prepared high throne for him to sit on. Oh, this Lama has clairvoyance. And you see, I mean, reality can be Buddha, whatever, no concern. So, it's just an ordinary Buddha in down below Swambernath, who has a small meat shop. And in Tibet, and this Kajya Lama, and forget the name. So he set a throne like this, then let him to sit on throne. So like that, you see. Oh, sorry, maybe Buddha or holy being, great holy being. So this Lama, I offered, collect some $100,000 to make Pema Sambhava statue in his monastery. So I was asked to help by one ex-monk of the Baksa. He was so clever child, clever young monk. So he asked me, so I sent the money to build a large Pema Sambhava statue in his monastery. He built his Lama statue. But I think with mustache or something. Maybe with mustache, so that it doesn't look his own. So he built a large one. And he built charity. So Pema Sambhava hidden money, so I don't know about the Lama who has clairvoyance. So anyway, so that much is story. Okay, so 내가 소 개설 보던 남자 남자가 내가 또제 근데 even 가서 내가 even for the time being so the main thing in your life is the main thing. So any obstacles to eliminate, Kexel, and then put in something, I don't know, something, the obstacles happen, but there's a cool change in the great sport or something, I think. I'm not sure what, something important. So, everything you use Guru Yoga. Even for that, most quick one, most powerful one is Guru Yoga. Okay, sorry. Yeah, here. Minerva said, Minerva. Minerva said, Nemangba semne lamate. Nemangba semnang lamate. Tibutajang lamate. Junjemera lamate. Muguchana chilabjum. So Minerva said, I, among the many people, among many people, also he remembered Guru. Even that time, he remembered the Guru as means main thing. Remember the Guru. Even he lives alone. Remember the Guru. So unceasingly, he remembered Guru. Without break, continuously, he remembered Guru. So if you devote the Guru, to the Guru, then it is a blessing. And then you see mentioned by 저도 짱 맞자래. 저도 짱 맞자래. Great Kaju yogi. Great Kaju yogi. 저도 짱 맞자래. 짱년 히루가. Maybe not just said, exactly word by word, I don't remember. Even the meaning this anyway, I don't remember the words itself exactly. Even you separate, you see, like separate in the sense of, you spirit husband, spirit from wife, spirit from your girlfriend, boyfriend, what you see not normal helping, and then you are separating. So even you separate, even you are separate, from all the sentient beings. If you are separated from all the sentient beings, but you are not separate from the Guru, oh, that's the best one. That's the best one, not separate from Guru. If you are separate from all the sentient beings, because then that is all. Then you get. But when Guru, then you achieve all happiness, Papa, then go to enlightenment so fast, and so you don't suffer in samsara a long time. So you are left out, even separated from all the sentiments. Even all the sentiments left you, even all the sentiments left you. You are separated from all the sentiments, but you are not separated from the Guru. So that's the most important. It's a connection. It's a connection with Guru. So that's the best. If you broke the connection with Guru, you broke the connection with Guru, or the relation with the connection with Guru. If you broke, then even all the transmigrated beings become your relative. What is the use? What is the use? You understand? So that doesn't help you. To be saved from the Lord, to help you to be saved from samsara, from raw nirvana. You see, to achieve enlightenment, to free all sentient beings from the ocean of samsara, can't help it. And you bring all the sentient beings to Buddha, can't help it. Even all sentient beings become your friend. You become your relative. No use. If you break the connection with the Guru, then even all transmigrated brings your relative, your friend. Your relative. What is the use? You have to remember that. What this great scripture says, what is Guru advice? The yogi. So people, you see, basically people don't know, so people are authority. The Guru is just sort of not the one in the life, sort of, I guess, not important. Maybe something, if you are interested, maybe something to do, I'm not sure. Yeah, but the most important is your boyfriend, girlfriend, all this, the most important. See, and Pada Mata, the most important is these ones. Other one is just, maybe you to go or just give a time or something, not important. This is, the most important. That is the so we don't care. So Haiba, you see, as I mentioned, the prayer, such as prayer, I successfully would pray to do every day. The Pandalame Nabatawala gets that one, and one Kazara. Oh, Jawakundu Yandala Matan, no, the lifetime to me. So, perfectly qualified guru without separation, that part of prayer. On that part of prayer, if you don't know, you must write down in a diary book. On that, and then also the Pandalamen number Tabalo, the person write down that one. Every day must do, not only one time in the morning. Then I forgot one, this important Saravakundu Jawatongabe. In all the lifetimes, may the Lama Tsongkhapa be my virtuous friend, Mahayana virtuous friend. In all lifetime, is it to me? And being the mind of virtuous friend, to that, they never separate away from the pure path, admired by all the Buddhas. Okay, well, that's path, that prayer we've been doing there. That part so important, so important. So important all that. So that means that this is all this prayers, in all your life. Not only this is not the people, many people they only say no. You see, it's something went wrong. Oh, the what are most powerful than the guru? Or that's something mistake, wrong. Wrong guru. Something. Or then it not only affect this world. I mean, this life mind, this mind life. I mean, this life not only affect this, destroy this life. Go to hell and more than I mean the Lord. But it harms all that's life, hundreds, thousands, millions, it harms. Oh, it destroys happiness, the success. To meet Guru, to meet right Guru, it just destroys your so many future life. So, numberless eons. So making mistake in this, you see something wrong. You made wrong guru, non-virtuous guru. Then lived in the only in suffering of the Lord. Then if you made even right guru, even you meet guru, but you see who teach only one type of meditation, even it's correct, only one type. So you reach nowhere. You see, or not show the whole path to enlightenment. You see, even you meet like the Lama who served Buddha 23 years, but Buddha enlightened numberless eons ago. But you see, he only looked at the liar, and he saw only liar. He never saw Buddha. Even though he was a Buddha 23 years, he never saw Buddha. Or like that example, then even you meet perfectly qualified guru, or even Buddha, then from your side, you never see, from your side, you never see Buddha. You see only mistakes. You labeled, and then it appears, and you believe in that. So only ordinary sentence, only mistakes. Oh, so the liar by the Lama to the Buddha, all like that you see. Oh, full of anger. I mean, so mistakes from your side. Only ordinary sentence. Even the Buddha from his own side. Buddha, but you can't see that. Oh, Oh, that story is very important example, okay? From Buddha side to enlightened Namalajimur. But you can't see Buddha. Why? Oh, that one is so important for us. Practice. So they were prayer, it's very important. We always pray there. Yeah. So we can come to that. So anyway, so like that, the fortunate capable beings then in one lifetime to go to enlightenment. This ultimate path, Lam Tadu, that without that ultimate path, then what is that? That's the program path, the Guru Yoga. It's only this Guru Yoga. That's why we're doing every morning. We're doing Lama Zopa, the most extensive Lama Zopa, the pleasing Guru. Lama Zopa means pleasing Guru. So I don't go stop here. You see? That yeah, stop here. Did all the past, present, future, marriage, collective, Buddhas, Bodhicitta, with the source of all the happiness, success, single Latin, one support, every sentence brings ultimate to actualize in the heart of all the sentence beings. In the heart of all the sentence beings, in the in the heart of all the sentence beings in the world, and in the heart of the sentence beings in Australia, in the heart of the sentence beings in all the, in every student, and there in the heart of the students, and yeah. In the heart of those who rely upon me, whom I promise to pray, whose name is given to me, and all their heart. But in the heart of all of us here, all of us, including our family members, those who already died. Yes, recent time or many years ago, and died. Those who are living in the Bodhicitta Tibetan and all that, in all of us, our heart, and all the family members. Okay, then you see all the. Everybody who hear the stupa, who hear the stupa, who see the picture of stupa, or Karina, who helps the stupa, who walks up the stupa, who come to see the stupa, everyone's heart. Actually, Bodhicitta, and the stupa is able to cause that to all the sentient beings in the world, and as well as a teacher center and the monastery. All the people who come there, and all the people who hear, they were generally bodhicitta, all like that, okay? Ya Chandu Sanju Rinpoche Ma Je Wana Je 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 Ba Nyan Ba Me Ba Ye Kone Kong Tu Be Wa Ra Shu Kande Rabe Kowe Shingan De Ben Dan De Wa Ma Lu Jun Jere Se Wa Den Den Ja Zo Ye Sha Be Se De Ba Tu Den Ju Ju Dong Ye Nin Je Song Tu Je We La Che Che Zang De Gang Den Den Du Ge Zhen Na Be Mo Den Den Je So Wa De So She De Long Ru Shu did all the past, present, future merits, collective third merits, collective numberless sentences, numberless Buddhas who exist in everything. All these merits, that's right. All these merits which exist in the millennium. To that made I who exists in the millennium. Achieve the Buddhahood which exists in mere name. Lead all the sentient beings who exist in mere name. Lead to that Buddhahood which exists in the mere name. Brahma alone who exists in the mere name. Jamal Bajita Jamata Kunda Sambote and the Jinda Kunji Gavadra Tanjara Dungo, to the Shibi Javatam Jejungo, Gala to the Navayenda, Gaveta, Adiginya, Sambo, Chijira, Razomo, Aranji, Chiji, Javaton, Namapavata, Saman Shivata, Jamal, Samasho, Tata Singh, Jevetunya dan Jawala dan Tawe tambah yuran panjuru tu. Odi jadi kasur prayer je. Seru kudu jawatun tu write down in your diary book. Write down the prayer. So important. Okay. Check. So all your future life up to enlightenment, everything depends today, depend this life, depend how you do this life. How you follow Guru in this life. All dependent all the happiness of England, temporary ultimate happiness, liberate samsara England, depend this life how you do, and particularly with the Guru. You see, how you do? You see, correctly follow or what? Or and then you see, so important, unbelievable responsibility. This life, wow, happiness of enlightenment, or depend. Or then you see, then this, then even that depend today. That even depend today how you do. Or even that depends on every second how you do. Every second it's great responsible. You have great responsibility. All the future life after enlightenment. Responsibility. Oh, now then you have to be careful. You can't just you can't just do movie actor. You can't just do like movie, Oh, every second. So careful. You have to be careful. You have to take care of your life. You have to take care of your mind. You have to. Oh, that means practicing Dharma. Nothing else. So they follow here. You must follow how you follow the Guru every day, every minute, every hour, minute, second. All like that. So thank you so much. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, thank you.
Zon de je,